that if you work hard, if you distinguish yourself in every little thing that you're given to do, and you stick to the narrow and straight, the path, the ethical path, you will never be struck off the law. And as I was dealing with your files to satisfy myself that I could admit you today, the naysayers that we are admitting too many, I asked, why are you being threatened by people who are joining the profession? Oh, they are half-baked. I said, I looked at their papers, they are well qualified, they were tested and examined and found suitable. Who are these naysayers to tell you you are half-baked? What did they do to support you? So please, what I would like to tell you today is be confident that you're well qualified, you're well skilled to be an advocate, to be called a learned friend, and nobody should discourage you. Indeed, if anybody did that, tell them to give you 3, 4, 5 years or 18 years, and they will see where you're going to be, exactly where they are. So therefore, no one should discourage you. More so, the people who went to the same universities you went to, the same law schools you went to, I myself sat where you are in 1987, and I did that. I also, people have bragged about their classmates. I also have classmates around. I have the Honorable Mr. Justice Raibuta and Mr. McCourt were my classmates when we sat where you are. I think it must be that 8 years ago. Also filled with joy to celebrate the journey we had walked, especially those who had walked the journey from the trenches of poverty in the rural areas, in the rural villages, to come here. And all we were armed with is the hope that God who lifted us from that far place and brought us here, brought us to Nairobi, brought us to the law school, and brought us to the admission, will never leave us. And this is the same message we are giving you today. There is space for each one of you. There's room for each one of you to grow. You are being told this is a country full of opportunities, a country of 55 million people, therefore 27,000 lawyers is just a drop in the bucket. There is room for each one of you. So if there is nothing else for you to take home, is that you are as good as the next person, and no one should discourage you from working hard and getting to the very best that you can get. So today, it gives me great joy and pride to congratulate each one of you on your admission to the role of advocates of the High Court of Kenya. Today, you take your rightful place within a noble and historic profession, joining generations of men and women who have shaped the legal order of our country and defended the cause of justice. Today, you are champions of justice. You are missionaries of justice. This moment marks a profound transition from learning about the law to practicing it, and from being a student to becoming a custodian of the Constitution and becoming an officer of the court. Yet, even as you celebrate this milestone, remember that learning in the legal profession never ends. That is why we have colleagues who are well established in engineering, in the corporate world still joining the legal profession and wanting to know and learn and increase their knowledge in the law. You are now my learned friends, not because you have completed your studies, but because you have committed yourselves to a lifetime of continuous learning, curiosity, and growth. As you begin this journey, allow me to share a few reflections on what it means to be a worthy member of the legal profession within our transformative 2010 Constitution. The ideal advocate is first and foremost guided, as you have been told, by all the speakers, one who is guided by strong professional ethics. This means embracing high standards of diligence, integrity, and competence. It also means recognizing that you are partners with the judiciary and all other actors in the administration of justice. We rely on your research, we rely on your creativity, and your principled arguments to help develop a very progressive social justice jurisprudence that gives life to the values of our Constitution. To achieve this, always consider yourselves part of the solution. First of all, to the case backlogs that we have, and embracing what we are calling the multi-door approach to access to justice. Abandon practices that have historically hindered timely resolution of cases, unnecessary adjournments, technical maneuvers that lack substance, and interlocutory applications designed to delay the hearing of cases. Instead, embrace the constitutional call to focus on substantive justice. Support the use of alternative dispute resolution and community-based justice mechanisms, and help us shift our justice system towards efficiency, fairness, and innovation. The other value is personal ethics, which is equally essential. Your conduct, both inside and outside the courtroom, defines your character as an advocate. Central to this is civility and collegiality in your interactions with the bench and the bar. The bar-bench relationship has always remained the backbone of a functional justice system. Robust arguments are always welcome. Indeed, it is the engine of the legal development, but it must be offered with courtesy and respect. You may disagree with a judge or a judicial officer, or even with a colleague, but to do so, do it with dignity. Disgrace without being disagreeable. Disagree without being disagreeable. The quality of justice in our country improves when bench and bar work collaboratively, guided by mutual respect and a shared purpose. Our business is to ensure fairness and justice. Allow me also to speak directly about the growing concern of professional misconduct in public spaces, especially on social media. The greatest threat to the dignity of the legal profession today is not only misconduct in courtrooms, but the tone, content, and behavior exhibited by some of us online. When advocates insult judges, abuse colleagues, engage in public theatrics, or trivialize serious legal matters for entertainment or clout, the entire reputation and esteem of the profession is diminished. Respect for the profession is not demanded. It is earned through conduct. Let us not turn this noble profession into a laughing stock through reckless social media posts and intemperate commentary. Let us guard our words, guard our reputation, guard the honor of the calling of the profession you have joined today. Hold it to the highest esteem. You have worked so many years to reach where you are, and therefore it is good to nurture and protect this that you have invested so much in. Another cornerstone of personal ethics is integrity in financial and client matters. You have been given good examples by our Solicitor General of advocates who went on to enrich themselves with clients' monies as if they are the ones who are injured in their own traffic accidents, and then eventually they ended up being run over in the running down matters. So let none of 920 advocates here become a victim of that malpractice. There is no tragedy greater than advocates who betray the trust of their clients, whether by misappropriating compensation, money due from an accident, due to victims, depriving widows and children of their rightful inheritance, or mishandling funds entrusted to them. Such conduct violates our ethics and even our very value of caring for one another, what we call utu, that grounds our constitutional order. Let yours be the generation that draws a firm line in the sand and brings an end to these shameful practices. If you honor your clients and manage their affairs responsibly, your practice will flourish and the profession will regain the trust it very well deserves. I practiced law for 15 years, and I can assure you the reputation is the only thing that you have to give to your clients. Once you serve one client, they keep sending another and another. I can see the vice president of the Law Society and the president of the East Africa Law Society nodding to this. Equally important is your commitment to the society we live in. The law is not merely a profession. It is a calling to advance justice, equality, and the common good. We owe it to the future generations. The ideal advocate is compassionate and socially conscious. I urge you to use your skills to defend the vulnerable. Madam President mentioned the poor, the victims of gender-based violence, children, persons with disability, and people from the marginalized community. Offer pro bono services when you can. My practice was majorly pro bono, but I always received in equal measure. When I gave out, I received clients who paid me handsomely to do a conveyance because I've spent the whole day in court pursuing pro bono briefs. Stand firm against injustice. I did that also. Stand firm against discrimination and exploitation. The legal profession was never meant to be purely transactional. It is an instrument of social transformation. Let me also assure you that this profession has space, like I said, for each one of you. Do not fear that the field is crowded or the opportunities are limited. Our country still has vast underserved areas, underserved counties where you will not even find 5 practicing advocates. Sub-counties where there is not even a single advocate, where legal services remain scarce. Communities that struggle to find even a single advocate among themselves, and justice seekers who must travel long distances to seek legal advice. Go where you are needed. innovate, build new practice areas, establish partnerships. Kenya requires your talent in the courtrooms, in the boardrooms, in counties, in public service, in community justice initiatives, and in emerging fields such as privacy, data protection law, climate justice, fintech regulation, and international dispute resolution, like the president of the East Africa Law Society has said. All these cities, all these countries in the 7 East Africa regional bloc require advocates. The opportunities before you are limitless for those who are bold, for those who are ethical, and for those who are hardworking and committed. For those who will join the judiciary or other sectors of public service, you've been invited to join the DPP, to join the AG. Your law carries an additional constitutional burden. Article 10 and Chapter 6 of the Constitution demand integrity, transparency, accountability, and moral courage. Of all those, standing where I stand as the Chief Justice, these are essential values. But the most important one is courage. I think I have established a machine to manufacture for me courage all the time, every day. Allow me to take this opportunity to assure Kenyans and to assure the 920 learned friends here today that the judiciary remains firm in upholding zero tolerance towards corruption. Senior Counsel Chair spoke about corruption, and indeed it is the greatest challenge we are facing in this country today. We in the judiciary decided this is a difficult conversation, but one that we must engage in every day. And this is why in every court station, we are always having even a daily briefing to tell Kenyans, here in the judiciary, we don't take bribes. And if somebody is asking for a bribe, please report. It is a crime. We are speaking about this until we are sounding like a broken record. But it is a conversation I'm inviting the 920 of you to carry forward. You will be looking for jobs. You will be looking for briefs. You will be looking for a livelihood. Why would you be struggling for your own livelihood and to pay somebody else whom you are paying through taxes? So I'll be inviting you to say no to corruption, no to bribery. You should say amen to that. So anyone who amongst you aspires to join the bench, you must be prepared to live by the highest ethical standards. As you begin this journey, carry yourselves with humility, discipline, and a deep sense of responsibility. Uphold professional ethics, personal ethics, and social ethics. Uphold the dignity of the legal profession on the streets, in the courtroom, in your offices, and in the dignified public square. Today, you inherit a proud tradition. Let your conduct reflect the honor of that tradition. Once again, I congratulate you on this remarkable achievement. I also invite you in this journey to be disciplined, including in financial management. The Honorable DCJ spoke to you. She is the chairperson of the giant Sheria Circle that helps us in the judiciary and the legal sector. I think all of us are members of Sheria Circle, but it is the one that helps us save our money, borrow money when we need money, educate our children, build our house or buy a house. So today, and I always do this, I tell you, you've been congratulated by your parents, your guardians, your friends. They have sent you M-Pesa. How many have been sent M-Pesa? Yes, all of you today. I invite you out there to visit that Sharia Circle tent and open an account. Many years down the line, you will remember me. You will remember the Honorable Deputy Chief Justice, who is the chair of Sharia Circle, that we encouraged you to get into the culture of disciplined saving. And this saving will help you one day. It will also give you the discipline of living within your means. So I will continue to hold your hand as your Chief Justice. I think I have now admitted almost 10,000 of the 27,000 advocates. I think I am the Chief Justice who has admitted most advocates. And because I always say the more the merrier. And since I've admitted those 10,000, I have not been brought any to strike off the roll. And we are not just going to begin now with the 920. So we are going to walk this journey. I offer myself to mentor you, to hold your hand, and to pray for you. And my prayers for you did not just start today. It started when I started interacting with the many files that were brought so that I could admit 920. And some people were saying so that we can escape from the attacks of the social media, if we can admit half of you, 450. I showed them the door. I said, these are our children. They have gone to school so many years. I can't imagine somebody who has gone to school so many years, being taught, tested, examined, and certified. Then I hold them back from admission, from counting their days of seniority, simply because we fear social media. I said, Shaitani ashindwe. And I said, I will admit all of you, and all of you are going to succeed in this legal profession. And you're going to go far in exploits, in academia. You're going to increase your knowledge. And may your work advance justice. May your work strengthen our nation and bring dignity, not only to yourselves, to your families, to your communities, but also to this great profession. May many Kenyans seek your counsel and be very, very proud of you the way I am. Thank you very much. God bless you. Enjoy your day and enjoy being called learned friends. Own your ends high. Walk with dignity.